Good morning students. Already we have started the valence bond theory. So today you have to draw some orbital diagram by applying valence bond theory. So the question will ask like this, draw the orbital diagram of oxygen molecule by applying valence bond theory. Draw the orbital diagram of nitrogen molecule by applying valence bond theory. So how to draw it? In last class I have shown one molecule, hydrogen molecule. If you want to draw the diagram, as you know, hydrogen molecule contain two hydrogen atom and their electronic configuration is 1s1 and they are half filled, and that is why they can overlap with one another. This is 1s orbital, this is another 1s for another hydrogen. The spin should be opposite, they undergo overlap, and due to this overlap they will produce the bond between hydrogen and hydrogen. And the orbital diagram, if you want to draw, this is 1s orbital, it contains 1n electron, or your s orbital is spherical. This is another 1s. When they undergo overlap, they undergo head-on overlap, because s orbital always undergo head-on overlap. Overlap will take place like this, and in the overlap area 2 electron comes, and like this way they produce the hydrogen-hydrogen bond. Since the overlap is head-on overlap, since the overlap is taking place in the internuclear axis, that's why the bond is sigma bond. I mean hydrogen contain sigma bond. So like this way you have to draw the orbital diagram. So similarly, if you want to draw number 2, formation of HF molecule, hydrogen fluoride molecule. If you want to draw the orbital diagram of this molecule, so here two atoms present, one is hydrogen, one is fluorine. Hydrogen configuration you know 1s1, fluorine configuration you know 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. If you want to draw the electronic configuration in box, this is 1s2, this is 2s2, and this is 2p5. 2p contains 3 orbital, 2px, 2py, 2pz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electron. So in the fluorine configuration, you have seen who is half fill orbital, the last one 2pz, and this orbital can undergo overlap. Other orbital cannot undergo overlap because they are full fill. According to valence bond theory, only half fill orbital undergo overlap. And hydrogen contain 1s1, so this is 1s1 for hydrogen. So this 1s orbital overlap with this 2pz orbital, and they will form the bond which is said to be the hydrogen fluorine bond. Now if you want to draw the orbital diagram, this is 1s. 1s orbital is spherical. This is 1s for hydrogen, and this is the pz orbital of fluorine. It also contains 1 electron. Spin should be opposite. When they undergo overlap, they will overlap like this. This is S and this is your P. This is called SP overlap, and in the overlap area 2 electron will come, and here also the overlap is head-on overlap, and that's why it will produce sigma bond. I mean hydrogen and fluorine also have sigma bond. So this is called orbital diagram for HF molecule. Now next molecule we will draw formation of oxygen molecule O2. This is number 3. So oxygen molecule contain 2 oxygen atom and their configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Here also 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, because oxygen atomic number is 8. So if you want to write in box, 1s2 filled up, 2s2 it also filled up orbital, 2p4 it will be like this, 2px, 2py, 2pz, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly for this oxygen, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Now in oxygen there are two half fill orbital. As you know, half fill orbital can undergo overlap. So this half fill orbital overlap with this half fill orbital, it will form a bond. When you do overlap, their direction should be same. 2py can overlap with 2py. Similarly, 2pz can overlap with 2pz because their directions are same. So since there are two overlap, so that is why in between oxygen you will get two bond, you will get double bond. And that is why oxygen molecule always have double bond. See, this is 2pz, suppose 2pz, and this is suppose 2py. If you want to do overlap between these two orbital, the overlap will take place like this. You don't get any overlap area, and that's why this type of overlap is called zero overlap, and zero overlap cannot produce any bond. So that is why the direction should be same. 2pz can overlap with 2pz, 2py can overlap with 2py. Their direction must be same. So now, if you want to draw the diagram, this is 2pz orbital for one oxygen, and this is 2py orbital of the first oxygen. Here you can write oxygen O atom. These are the orbital of oxygen. Similarly, this is another oxygen. Its 2pz overlap with this 2pz like this. This is called 2pz overlap. And head-on overlap takes place. That's why they will produce sigma bond. This 2pz contain one electron. This 2pz contain one electron. Here you will get two electron. Similarly, this is the 2py of another oxygen. As you know, 2py also have one electron. So when this 2pz undergo head-on overlap producing sigma bond, then this 2py, they are parallelly present. They also undergo overlap, and that overlap is called sidewise overlap or lateral overlap, and that is why they will form a pi bond. You cannot do the overlap, but they undergo overlap like this way, and that sidewise overlap produce pi. That means in between the oxygen atom, first time they produce sigma bond, after that they produce one pi bond. That means in a double bond, one bond is called sigma, another bond is called pi bond. So single bonds are always sigma, but in a double bond, one is called sigma bond, another is called pi bond. Possible. Now nitrogen molecule, formation of N2 molecule, nitrogen configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So the three p orbitals are half fill. These two are full fill, that's why they do not undergo overlap. So this 2px overlap with this 2px, it produces one bond. This 2py overlap with this 2py, it produces another bond, and the 2pz overlap with 2pz, they produce another bond. In between nitrogen and nitrogen, you will get triple bond, and that's why nitrogen always have triple bond. And if you want to draw the orbital diagram, suppose this is one nitrogen, this is 2pz, suppose this is 2px, you can consider any one. This is 2py for one nitrogen. Similarly, this is another nitrogen, its 2pz is this one, this is 2px, and this is 2py. So now this 2pz contain one electron, this 2pz contain one electron, here two electron, you will get sigma bond because head-on overlap. This 2px contain one electron, this 2px contain another electron, they undergo lateral overlap to produce pi bond. This 2py contain one electron, this 2py contain one electron, they also undergo lateral overlap because they are parallel to each other, sidewise overlap, another pi bond you will get. That means nitrogen and nitrogen first time produces sigma bond. After formation of sigma, it produces another 2 pi bond like this. So in a triple bond, one is called sigma bond, another two are called pi bond. So a covalent bond you can classify to sigma and pi like this way, depending on the type of overlap. If head-on overlap takes place, sigma you will get, and if sidewise overlap takes place, you will get pi bond. So these are called the orbital diagram of different molecules. Thank you.